Day 891. Just got off of a call that was amazing. So I talked to this girl from church last week and we did a purpose assessment. And she like really wants to find her purpose. The problem was she doesn't have the money to do it. But I knew like, oh man, I'm like, she has to be like, I have to do coaching with her. Like she has to be in Warriors of God. Like, just like she meets all the criteria, and it was just like I could just feel it, like God was like, yep, she's one of the warriors, and she goes to my church. And so I was thinking like, hey, I was like, God, like how can we work together? And I remembered she kind of like, I thought she did something with fashion or sewing or something, and then I just got this idea of doing trade. And I messaged her and I was like, hey, do you do like fashion, or you make clothes or something like that? Because I was thinking maybe we can figure out something with trade. She's like, yeah, I do that. And also I do like graphic design and branding. Like if you need help with that stuff, let me know. And I was like, okay, can you send me some of your work? And she's like, yeah, I'll send you my website. So she sent me her website, and I'm looking at the graphic design stuff. But what I see is all of this like clothing design stuff. And I see that and I'm like, man, it just hits me like how I've always wanted like my own custom wardrobe. Like I've been talking about that for a long time, and I know God is going to get me on stages this year, and I would just like love to be able to have my own like custom wardrobe to wear on stage, and to just wear everywhere I go. That's like total expression of who I am. And so we just got off a call. So I was like, I told her that's what I wanted. Like, and so we just got off the call, and we're going through the call, and she's like, okay, so here's how it would work. Here's what we would do. We would do step 1, step 2. There's like 6 steps. You know, she's gonna ask me a bunch of questions. She's gonna figure out, you know, my self-expression, what I'm looking to feel when I wear these clothes. And then she puts together mood boards. She'll do custom patterns for me, that we can print, like my own like custom pattern for shirts and stuff like that. And then we get to the end and she's like, okay, so what I'm thinking is we'll do a jacket, a t-shirt, a button-up shirt, pants, and let's see, pants, jacket, t-shirt, button-up shirt, and long sleeve shirt, like long sleeve t-shirt. And so we get to the end and I'm like, okay, five pieces of clothing, but it's all fully customized. And I get the template, so I could literally go to any fabric store, pick a fabric, and then take that piece of fabric and the template to a seamstress, and they can just sew it together for me. And that's what I really want. I want the templates so I can just go out and find fabrics that I want, and then just buy the fabric, take it to a seamstress, and have them make me another shirt. So that's what I really wanted. And so we're going through the call, and we're talking about this and talking about that, and she's like, yeah, you know, I think like 15 pieces will be really good. And I was like, 15? And she's like, yeah, 3 of each. And I was like, oh, so it's 3 jackets, 3 pants, 3 t-shirts, 3 button-up shirts, and 3 long-sleeve t-shirts. And I was like, dang. Like inside, I was like, dang, 15 pieces of clothing, customized, fully customized, all like designed from scratch for me to fit me perfectly, even with my own like patterns that I want, own designs that I can create or that she'll create for me. Like, what? And I was like, heck yes. And yeah, it was really powerful. And then I told her, well, we could do 6 calls or we could do 10 calls. And here's what's included with the 10 calls. And it's the first time I really talked about the 4 extra calls are all about the devil's playbook, where you figure out how the devil is defeating you, how he stops you, how he's holding you back. And you get insight into, you know, what the devil's doing. Because as I'm getting ready to get this coaching out to the world, I realized like there's a whole other side of the coaching, the false values, the sheep words. You know, there's these things that they aren't part of the purpose puzzle, but they're really valuable. And so I talked about that. And so I said, you know, just decide, do you want to do the 6 calls or the 10 calls? And I was like, if you want to do the 10 calls, then just let me know how many articles of clothing that will get. Because if it's 15 for the 6, then maybe it's, 20 for the 10 or 25 or something like that. And so, and then I was just telling her about, like, on her presentation, after we're done doing the coaching, I could do some business consulting with her and help her understand how to like pitch what she's doing, because it was like super technical and no one would understand what she was saying unless they were in the industry. And so I told her that we could talk about doing business consulting after we do the purpose work, because she has something very valuable. Like, people would love to have a custom wardrobe, and so she has something valuable, but she has to learn how to explain it and sell it. And so who knows, after this, maybe we'll continue doing business consulting calls, and we'll keep doing trade. And every call that we do, I get 3 more t-shirts or another jacket or something like that. But I'm so excited because, like, I've always wanted that. It's just crazy that, like, I'm doing trade to get my branding done and have Warriors of God professionally branded, which is super exciting. And now I'm doing trade to have an entire wardrobe done. Like, when I zoom out, it's like, okay, God's up to something significant. Like, God is really doing something significant right now. And I'm excited because it's like he's preparing, right? Getting the branding done, professionally done, so it's good to go. And then getting me a custom wardrobe, like, get on stages. And he's calling me to work out and to exercise. And so, yeah, it is, it's powerful. So I'm so excited. So excited.